Brock is throwing it up. Brock, don't worry about that shit. Sorry. All right, here we go. See what kind of tosser Brock is. Check with your partner. Mediocre toss at best. Brock, you got to at least get in the zip code. 28-foot mark is your ball watching, Brock. Your ball watching. Troy, instead of here, you're going to go white ball. White. All right. Brock, you are a ball watcher. That's the first thing you have to work on, is not watching the ball. Brock, 28-foot mark. You need to take at least 2 steps in. You're too deep as the trail. That is a foul right there. Blue. We're going to call, you should call foul on Blue. He can't jump on him on his back when the ball's out of bounds. That's a foul 8 days a week. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a travel.
Yes, it was. That's why I yelled it.
Ball handler dribble gets the ball. The first thing we look at are his feet. Check the pivot foot. I'm sorry. I keep looking. I'm sorry. Check the pivot foot.
I just can move my chair out.
No, I'll move. That's all right. You know, I'll be moving anyway. All right, I don't think I've seen a rotation. Maybe we just don't need one, but we're not rotating real well. Yes, that is a foul. So, Brock, don't be in such a hurry. Okay. Tell your partner where the ball is going to be first, and then go over and report. Slow down your table mechanics, Brock. That's a foul, too. Troy, that's a foul in the corner. How are we supposed to report? We're supposed to jog to the table, stop, and report. Those are poor mechanics, Troy. You need to be better than that. Free throw line extended, Brock. No, we're shooting free throws. Come here. No. Then I want you right here. Okay. Right here. Because you got to see if he violates, right? You got to watch those two guys.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the perfect angle. Okay. Step down on those free throws, Brock. Get a good rebounding position. IRA, improve rebounding angle. going to be the lead. Troy bringing in sub. Thank you. Two hands. Put two hands on them, automatic. Hitters put hands on opponents for two reasons. They're smaller and they're not strong. The other guy's faster and quicker. So the only way they can stop them is to put hands on them. Or one hand. Let's look off the ball. Brock is still watching the ball, baby. You watch the ball almost all the time. Hustle up, come on. Get there. You're running this game. Yes. All day. All right, we make eye contact with our partners before we put the ball in play. Terry's bringing in subs. We count 10 players. Count 10 players. No, Brock! No! Free throw line extended. Troy. Who's the shooter, Troy? Did you know that before I asked? Did you know that before I asked? Who the shooter was?
Yeah, I saw the drive.
Okay. Every time, that's part of your job is to know who the shooter is. You don't have to call it out, but just, I got your shooter. I got your shooter. And this is where I want you to stand. Right here.
Thanks.
Rock, on those free throws, you need to step down in case you have to make a call. All right, we got to work on your mechanics, Troy. They're not very good. Your weight, what are you doing that close to the table? Nothing good for you at that table. Nothing good. See, we needed to have a switch of positions. Terry was talking to the coach. Troy, you got nothing to do with it. Troy, put your hand down. Nothing to do with it. That is a foul 8 days a week. Yes. on the floor.
43. Oh, side out, right.
Once in a while, huh?
Yeah.
Strong signal. I like it.
Work away.
That's a good step down. Good job. Watch the contact off the ball. Starting to get a little rough. Look at his hands. 2 hands on him.
Move, Troy, move. Got it. That boy.
On a drive to the basket, that defensive player puts 2 hands on the offensive player. It is a foul. All right, Troy, as the lead, when you're administering a free throw, instead of doing it on the side, I'd prefer that you be in the middle of the lane, okay? So it's easier for you to make eye contact with both of your partners, and they can verify how many free throws we're shooting. So when you bounce the ball to the free throw shooter, I'd like you to be in the middle of the lane. Before you bounce it, you look at your trail, you look at your center, and they will confirm with you that it's one shot or 2 shots. It's just easier for them to see you when you're in the middle of the lane or out on one side or the other. All right, a low-scoring game. I wonder if anybody knows what team is in the bonus. That's a good no call. That's a good no call. Hey, we're not rotating too much, and maybe the game dictates that we don't. That's a way to move to get position, Brock. Good job. Again, step down. Get rid of off-white blue. Just blue. Terry, it'd be a good idea to just step on the court a little bit, get those subs in, count 10 players. Okay. Yeah, that's great job, Brock. Move up. There's nobody there. Good step down. Okay, Brock, you're the C. Brock, you're the C. When we're in the front court, we're not bouncing it to them, okay? We're handing the ball to them. Okay, we can bounce it to them when we're headed the other way, but when we're in the front court and they're applying a little bit of pressure, see, we missed that because there was a tip. I don't know. Who do you think should have got that? I think that was a foul. All right, now the ball came from the C side. It was right in the middle of the lane. Troy, that's your call all the way. Brock, you would have been maybe a secondary call on that. Shit, we could have even had the C on that make a call if nobody else did. But that was not your call, Brock. That was Troy's call. Watch the film. All right, now they've had the ball for 30, 40 seconds. Somebody's going to get nervous and shoot the ball here. That is, yes, good. Yeah. That's a good get. But when a team has a ball for 35 seconds or so in the front court and they're running a play, the longer the play goes, the more intense we have to be because something's going to happen. Somebody's going to go for a steal, somebody's going to shoot the ball, something's going to happen. So our antennas have to be up a little bit on that. Under 2 minutes. All right, try and use one-handed mechanics. Out of bounds, looks so much cleaner, looks so much better. Anything to the head is a foul. All right, now I'm interested to see how you report this. Get those fouls up here.
Okay.
Okay, not down here, not in here.
Okay.
Up here, so they can see it.
Sounds good.
Double. Two.
Always color and
Steal. Be in the hole. We got it.
Step down, step down. All right, under a minute. Do we know how much time is left? Who has the last second shot? That is a foul. I don't know. We have to look at that. I'm not sure about that. I think he just lost the dribble. He could go out and get it. He couldn't do anything once he got it, but he could still maintain possession. So what happened right here?
That's what we're discussing. So, that was all on your call. If you didn't have it, I don't know.
I don't know what the kid lost the ball. I thought the dribble lost the ball and then ran into the guy, and it looked bad.
Right, but maybe there wasn't a foul.
I don't think it was a foul.
When players go to the ground, you just got to know how they got there.
Yeah.
You know, do they triple the line, which they do sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Did
throw
you get
themselves to the
pushed
floor.
or what? But we got to know how they got there.
And that's because the kid kind of lost his balance, took a step or two, and then ran into the Campbellsport player. Fell over him.
Okay. I mean, I'm good at the no call there.
And so that was it.
So he doesn't have a like stand.
So if the coach comes and asks you, formulate an answer and make sure that you know what to say.
Yeah, I felt good with that.
Brock, you ball watch too much. You are
Yeah, I noticed that.
following that
I felt
ball
it a
all
couple.
over the
Yeah.
place, all right? Your primary. Work the shit out of your primary, okay? See in your secondary, but you got to work on your primary.
Yep.
Okay? Just stay in there. Go a little slower. Slower. Okay? I would say when we're administering free throws, I have the ball, please. When we administer a free throw, I don't like to stand on one side or the other and say 2 shots. Okay? What I want you to do is come right in the middle. Right in the middle. Because you're going to verify with your partners. You're going to go 2 shots. And I'm going to look at my center and I'm going to look at my trail. And they're going to go, yep, okay, 2 shots. So I go 2 shots and all of a sudden, Brock, whoop, 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 Mike, the ball went in. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, 1 shot. So you want to keep them all in front of you, but you want to administer it right from the middle of the lane. 2. This is not a WIA mechanic, but I encourage you to do it, okay? So 2 shots. You're backing out. You're never going this way. You're backing out. So you're watching the players. I'm going to look at the table. I'm going to go 2 shots just to confirm. That is not a mechanic for the Federation, but I encourage you to do that. 2 shots, okay? On the first of 2 free throws, let's see who's athletic, okay? I want you to get the ball before it hits the ground. On the first of 2 free throws only. All right? When they shoot that free throw, I want you to be right here and get it before it hits the ground. Show me you're an athlete. Ball. How many times do you see that ball goes through, goes through and the official just goes, oh yeah.
And a player gets it for him.
Yeah, and then it's so nonchalant. Bullshit. Show them you're an athlete. Show them you're engaged. Show them you're part of the game. Okay? Hustle a little bit, okay? I think we could hustle a little bit more from spot to spot, but that's all right. All right? Good job. I love you. Love it. Okay? Because the Federation says you're supposed to do what? When you chop the ball in. What's the mechanic for the Federation? It's this. Get rid of that. This looks much stronger. Looks much better. No, I'm not, I'm just telling you.
I agree.
I still do it the old way.
The Federation does this. Okay? I think this looks much stronger. Okay? Much more effective. Could have had your jump ball go about a foot and a half.
Jump ball, okay.
Okay?
Foot and a half higher?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't start it down here. And I don't care if you're 2 or 1. I'm a two-handed. Okay? And I always start it up here and go up. Practice going right to the rim a couple times. All right? Not that you don't have to now. That's practice. Good job. Okay, second half, here we go. Rock's administrating, we got a 20-13 lead, I think White's ahead. All right, that's good, just estimate it. Bounce him the ball, Brock, bounce him the ball. Watch your primary, not the ball. We had a lane violation on the shooter, so we're only going to shoot one. Yeah, I think you let him get away with the first foul. It should have been, but you got that one. That is just about spot to try the ball. You get to hit the ball, face the ball. Free throw line extended, Brock. Come on, free throw line extended. You're still too high. You're still too high. You're a foot too high. All right, rotation's been made. Troy, look, you're the C. Brock, you're the trail. Here I am yelling like it means a difference, okay? All right, football player, what are we doing? Let me see if you do. You didn't. In the front court, we never bounce the ball to them, okay? When we're staying in the front court, we're always going to hand them the ball. So when we're staying in the front court, okay, we're handing them the ball. We're not bouncing. Okay. We can bounce it to them if we're going on. We're staying in the front court.
Just hand it over. Okay.
Do you have to shoot it for a lane violation first?
No. When the 2 lanes go on, they do that. Okay. Try. 12 up here, not down here.
Even higher?
Up high. So, about the side of your head. You got a 42-inch television set up. Okay. Right in the middle of the television. Okay?
So I want it in like
Yes. Mechanics are important. Stand up. Cover. Okay, so Terry, you started to give the signal, but you held up a little bit. I started in Terry's area, right? The C. Started in his area, drove all the way to the basket. If the primary defender is still on him, that's Terry's call all the way. Brock, you have the secondary whistle. If Terry doesn't get anything and you, oh shit, that's a foul, then you come in. So yours has to be more of a delayed whistle on that, Brock, okay? Trust Terry, but he's going to get that box coming from his area. No legal guarding position, I like the call. Hand up in the air. Rock, if you were bringing it in Sunday, you gotta pull it up. Illegal screen. All right. You got to slow those signals down at the table. All right. It might have been a good call, but you just go too quick. Okay. You take away some of your credibility when you go so quick. Just slow the presentation down at the table, Troy. Slow it down. Sorry. All right, now it'll be interesting to see if that kid kicked his feet out to show. Next shot. Take off on his wrist. You don't have to stop the game right now.
Oh, that, yeah, okay.
Okay, have him take that off. You got a 25-28 game, pretty close. I think White's winning, I'm not sure. Brock, get your hands off your hips. None of this stuff. So if he went, if that, would you have known that that was the shooter before he went to the line? Be honest with you.
No.
That's part of your job. Non-calling officials, when the shot goes up, you got to know who you're putting on the free throw line. non-calling officials always have to know who we're putting on the free throw line when there's a foul. It's a good habit to get into, just to identify the shooter, or the potential shooter, even if there's going to be no shot. You want to always muscle memory and practice knowing who the foul is on and who is going to shoot at the free throw. I got nothing on that. That's just out of control. No, that is you bringing it in, not him. He's going on to
In the lane.
I'd be calling an offensive foul because the kid definitely extended his arm to create it. I think that should have been an offensive foul down here. Take a look at the film and see what it says. All right, again, 32-30. We got a very competitive game here. Now what we have to do as a crew is maintain, make sure that we're calling what we need to be called, but stay out of the game. Don't put our stamp on this game. Nice shot. No. He's bringing in the subs.
So do I just point at him and tell him to get him?
Pardon me?
So I just point at him and tell him the sub's coming in?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, if he doesn't see it right away, yes, that would be great. Power. All right, so we have a timeout here. My battery looks like it's running low. Might be low. Troy. Rock. These are always good times just to get together and, are we on the same page, everything, who's in the bonus. That's a good time to do this, okay? Making sure, you know, we give ourselves a pep talk. Let's finish strong. You know, we got a 4-point game here, whatever we need to do. This is a good time to do that, okay? Everybody okay? You know, that kind of stuff, okay? So finish out strong. I mean,
7 minutes, 6 and 5.
all right, for the last 7 minutes, don't suck. Okay?
Don't suck. Don't suck.
Especially the last two, right?
Yeah, the last two.
What a cutie. What a cutie. Hey. Can you give me something? Can you give me a hot dog? All right, I love it. I like you already. I like you already. No. That's lazy basketball. Yes, it was. Lazy basketball. So, you're standing over there, the ball went out of bounds over there, and you bounced it all the way across the lane. That's fucking lazy basketball. Get your ass over there. Don't bounce it all the way across the lane.
I think he was on this block.
Huh?
He was on this block.
But the ball came over here.
Yeah, the pass went up there.
Then you go over there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You go over there and put it from that side rather than
No. The ball didn't play down there. He took the ball down there. So I gave him.
What was that? You gotta look at that in the film. I have no idea what that was. That was just a straight out of bounds. You were going behind your head. Slow down. Nice left hand. That's a good call. That's a good call. That was body before ball. Again. Troy. Jog to the table. Stop. And then report. You have to win table reporting mechanics. They are weak. You can be so much better. No, Brock. Nothing. All right, that's a good position to be in, Troy. Okay, if they start going back, you go back with them. Yep. All right, get to the lead. Get there. 7-point lead now. 6-point lead. Without looking, which team's in the bonus? You don't know.
Home team. I took that.
We need to know that. All three of us need to know. Because what will happen is we'll call the foul, we'll go take it out, and then we'll hear it. For one, all right, we got 3 minutes to go. 6-point lead. Visiting team is in the bonus. No problem. Okay. Subs, 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 subs. So when you guys know that there's some coming in, just try and blow the horn. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I get it. The best you can. Okay, down to a minute and a half. All right, Blues got the ball down by. All right, that was a killer drive right there. That was a killer. Okay, under a minute. 3-point game. You guys need to come together without me telling you that and talk about what's going on. Who's in the bonus? How many timeouts are left? Okay? Anything and everything else you need to talk about. The crew needs to be together here, okay? Get him out, let's go, get him out. Up a little further, Terry, up. No deeper than that guy right there. So on that one, Troy, you got to tell good over and back call or carry, whatever you call, but you got to tell them where to put the ball in.
Okay.
All day. All day. All right, officials are working their third game, and so they're getting a little tired. I get it. Okay, before we bounce the ball, we're gonna verify with our partners that that's the correct 1-and-1. It's not 2. It's not 1. That's a foul all day. We got no time. That's the game. Game's over. Time is over.
Time's over.
Forget the
before
free throws.
they go.
Forget the free throws.
Doesn't make a game.
Forget the free throws, guys.